emotions.
Yeah, yeah. And is one factor in procrastination perhaps our tendency to predict how we'll feel once a task is done? And even if those predictions turn out to be off or wrong, can you explain like how that process works? I know it's like it's named effective forecasting at times, but how does that contribute to our habit of delaying tasks?
No, that's a great point. Yeah, and I like to refer to that too as making emotional mountains out of molehills. And, and because we're I mean, it's interesting. We can project ourselves into the future. We do mental time traveling. We also do emotional time traveling. So we might, as we're starting a task, and this often happens with tasks that we have very little experience with, right? And this is a normal human thing. I mean, we've got something, you're not familiar with it, and we want to know what we're getting into. We don't like uncertainty, right? Uncertainty puts us in a stressful state, and we don't like that. So we try and think, okay, what might I expect? This is something completely different. And so we might start thinking ahead. Okay, I'm going to do this. I've got to go through and read all these papers, or I've got to do this background research, or and if you start thinking through that and you start realizing, I don't know how to do any of those things, or boy, that's going to take so long. Oh, I'm going to get so frustrated because I don't like doing those things. So now what you're doing is you're actually projecting some, emotional states into a future with a task that you have no experience of, that effective forecasting. You're predicting how you're going to feel while you're engaged in that task. And that is enough, those feelings, that you actually will start to feel them right now, right? And there's lots of research around this, that people, predict, or try to imagine themselves in doing something in the future, and they will start to have the same sort of emotion and even physiological reactions as if they're doing it right there in the moment. And so the same thing happens with these tasks. You're predicting it's going to be frustrating. It's going to take forever. And so what do? You can't deal with those emotions. You haven't even started the task, right? So you put it aside. I can't deal with that right now.
Yeah,